Right. All right. Well,
I'll run, if you need me to, I'll run Thandrick.
After you were just saying you were gonna
Nope.
send him over the edge.
I mean, I won't intentionally kill him, but I think that Kaz has the more complicated character, right? So maybe if one of you guys wants to take the more complicated guy.
Okay, I will use the meat shield. Thandrick.
yeah, that's right. Actually, you know what? You can play him tonight, Vars, if you want. Do that so that you've got something to do. Here, let me.
Oh yeah, I forgot he's not with us tonight.
Yeah, Vars is not with us at the moment, so I will. Yeah, so if you've got him right now, so he is all yours to play for the moment.
Who?
Perfect.
Thandrick. And Ruckus, are you gonna play banjo?
Yeah, I can play banjo.
Because I think you maybe know his character a little bit better than.
Yeah, if he may hop on later, he might be able to join us later. So, what's up, DJ? Good to see you. All right. Well, let's see. Everybody logged. Who we missing?
Hang on a second. I got booted.
Yeah. One moment. We're down a couple players, so we're still gonna play. We're gonna sojourn through. Oh man. While everybody's still getting connected. That is not control. All right. One moment. Oh, you got popped again, dude. Internet problems?
No, not at all. I'm just... For some reason it gets to the loading screen and boots me.
You didn't pay your bill? We'll wait. Well, we can at least do introductions while we're sitting here waiting for the connection. Oh, he's holding. Is he holding? There. He looks to be good. Let's do that real quick. The overlays will be a little off. Anybody watching DJ knows, so you'll just have to kind of understand who's talking since we're missing down a couple players. I got to turn them off. But let's do our intros. Varus, or AKA Thandrick, say hello to everybody.
Varus is not here tonight, but you can leave a message after the beep. But Thandrick is just a dwarf fighter, and that's basically what I know of him.
You have your character sheet. You can open it up and look at it at the front of it. He's a dwarf.
Yes, that's what I said. That's all there is there.
Oh my.
Oh, he has a scar in his nose. Yeah, that's what he has.
All right, Hondo.
I am Hondo Bazamek, a mountain dwarf cleric, loyal to Dumathoin.
All right, Ruckus.
Name is Ruckus. I am a Mountain Dwarf Barbarian, and I am also playing Banjo. He is our Bugbear Fighting Rogue.
Yeah, he might make it later on tonight. He's running late at work. Dirtless.
A dirtless drift gnome, rock gnome wizard with his trusty companion Wobble the Weasel.
You changed your last name.
Well, I just added the last name. Sometimes I do it. I don't write it down.
But you said you were Dirtless Drift Gnome.
Driftwood.
You didn't recognize that? You said Drift Gnome?
Yeah,
No,
you said drift
I
gnome.
didn't.
It was funny.
I changed my name.
He's had a few drinks already tonight, folks. So the gnome will be all over the place. But all right. So with that being done, looks like everybody is at least connected in. Maybe yes, and we've got maps. At least for the 4 of you is up and running, and we resume the campaign in the lovely Durgar town of Grakelstug, deep in the Underdark. The group has made its way through the area into what was known as the Dark Lake District in the dock area. Found a place to stay in the Goldborn's lair. While we were out and about searching for this Dugar merchant, the group kind of split up in a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Just a little chaos, but just kind of split apart to do a few of their own things. And unbeknownst to them, when they were out and about, Bupido and Varus have disappeared mysteriously. Tracks leading out of the lair, their room areas, inconclusive, not really could tell what was going on. They ended up, while they were searching, they found the merchant, who looks like he was being attacked, and when they tried to rescue him, it seemed to go sideways or just a little strange in that as soon as they got close, the assailants, one of them they killed, but their weapons disappeared, and he kind of ran off, and right as they were doing that, a bunch of the Dugar stone guards showed up and told them that they had to come with them because of the trouble that they were creating, and they were taken to the Overlake Hold, where they met a Captain Blackskull, who is the commander of the Stone Guard, female Durgar Grey Dwarf, who was very imposing, fully armored, and she made a deal with them that she had a use for them, since they were no better than just cheap manual labor for the area. If they were kept in as slaves or with their weapons taken away, she had a better idea for them, and she tasked you to try to search and find the movements of a Darrow named Droki, who they've had issues with for quite some time now, who has the ability to get away from even the Durgar when they're invisible, and has been moving in and around the Dark Lake District doing tasks for what she believes is the Council of Savants, and she's been trying to discover the conspiracy that this council is involved with and purging the corruptness that will, give her, shine good light on her with everybody in the town, especially the Deep King. And she gave you pins to wear underneath your collars of your outfits that would allow you to move around in the lower areas without being bothered by the guard anymore. And she says that to do your best to try to find Droki and track him, take him out if you can. She'd prefer him alive, but if have to, it is what it is. She also knew that you still have tasks ahead of you, or that you have an invitation to go across town across the chasm, or what's called the Furrow, and to visit with the giants at the Caragorn Cavern. and any other things that you want, but to not stay over on that side south of the furrow, because your badges would not do you good. The pins that she gave you will not give you clearance there with the guards and those who guard that part of the Durgar city, and where the Deep King lives himself and his retinue. But that she knows that if you go over to the most eastern bridge over there that's closest to the cavern, that you can be safely escorted to the Cairngorm area without any incident. And the other place that she talked about was to the east and far west of the Great Gates that lock off the furrow, and those are called the West and East Cleft districts, and that's where the Darrow all make their home. That they know that Droki's in and out of there some, but once again, with great peril to your own self, would you venture in there at all? Because it is a dark and dangerous ghetto, basically, of the Darrow slave districts, it's mostly burrows that are carved into the walls of simple structures. It's a very desolate place that you don't want. It's very dirty, very cluttered, and the Darrow run that on their own, and the Durgar kind of keep away from there so they don't stir up their slaves. Other than that, I'm trying to think, was there anything else we needed to cover? The merchant told you that when you had the next day, when he left, when the guard showed up, that you needed, if you could make it back over to the Shattered Spire the next day, he would have compensation for you for saving his life, and y'all still have to give him he was the merchant that you need to give that mace to for him. What was the Duro guard the sergeant? Gerlach, yes. And so you've got several things on your plate to look at, to accomplish, to do, plus all along also trying to find out where the hell Bepido and Varus went, what the hell's happened to them. So there you go. A well-rounded recap, if I don't say so myself.
You fellas want to go get that reward first, and then we can maybe go talk to the giant before we head into the look for the Darrow?
Yeah, isn't that a 2-for-1? We get the reward and we give him the mace.
If you guys still want to hand it over, doesn't Captain beat whatever Gorlak is? Can't we just tell him to piss off?
We could try that.
Is it really worth it?
I mean, it's just a mace. Like, we don't need it, and
nobody needs the mace. I'm like,
it
might
can
make
give us more problems than if we don't do it.
Might make things just a little bit easier for us.
For expediency, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah,
just get it done and move on.
Yeah, it's not like we're gonna sell the mace and make any gold off of it or anything.
Well, not that we get to keep.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so if you guys want to head to the spire to get that task just done, you want to do that?
Yeah, let's get that done. We want to go talk to the merchant.
Okay. Yeah, so you don't have to worry about moving your tokens, but you can make your way. Remember,
we're going to use Wobble to tell where we're at.
That's right. You've got Wobble to move around. Well, the Captain Blackskull releases you and says, "Please remember to check in. My Durgar are everywhere, and we'll be looking for you from time to time. But you know where to find me here when you have more information about Droki and his whereabouts and his pattern of how he moves. What you can discover about how he moves in and out of this city and what he's actually doing, which is paramount to her cause right now." But y'all head out and move on all the way over to the Shattered Spire, and ask around. Topsy and Turvy ask around a little bit, and they are shown there's a back room area, and Wurs is Salt Baron is back there. Looks like he was conducting some business of some sort with some individuals and some other Durgar. And when y'all show up, they are summarily dismissed. And he motions for the group to come back. And he once again thanks you very much for freeing him from whoever that was trying to end his life so abruptly on the Dark Lake.
It's like, yeah, we're just gonna let that happen. Don't know where he's at. Do you know anything about that? Where he came from or why he's after you?
I don't know who they were. He basically tells us, quite honestly. But he says, knowing, some of my business dealings might be a little bit risque, so to speak. But why they were looking for me, I do not know. Luckily for me, the group of you showed up, and for that I am eternally grateful. And I have a offer for you, if you are so inclined. He says, some of my dealings take me out of the city, and I have a need for a group of adventurers like yourself to deliver a sack full of raw gemstones to a how the hell do you say this? The serval nobility. It's the dark gnomes, the Sylvaniblin, whatever they have. I get to say that word. But anyway, his name is Kazook Pickshine. Kid you not. Kazook Pickshine in Blending Stone, which is a town, which is farther off north of the Dark Lake area. And Topsy and Turvy and Jim Jar shake their heads. Pickshine is his last name. No, Kazook Pick Shine, Pickshine. They all basically have heard of Pickshine, and they basically relay to you, and your ears pick up a little bit, Durless, because he is a gnome alchemist. Ooh. And he has a needs for this sack of gemstones that are worth about 100 gold piece, and he will, if you will successfully deliver that to him, he will pay you give each character an obsidian gemstone worth about 10 gold piece each for everyone in the group. So, and he says,
this is the reward for saving him?
No, it's a task. Yeah, he's got a task.
Well, we didn't get a reward for saving him.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
But he
believes. Yeah, well, he goes, well, I have my deal is my saving you is this deal. It'll be a good deal for you, and knowing that
where do we have to deliver this to?
To Blingden Stone. It's another. Yeah.
And is that to our east? Is that the same?
I think it's north. Hold on, let me go pull the. Let me bring the map up of the.
Because if it's not if it's not where we're already headed, even though I want to meet the other gnome, we've got a lot going on right now.
Isn't that where the
Darrow are?
Don't we have a guy that wants to go there? I thought we had a gnome with us.
I am a gnome.
Jim Jar wants to go there.
Like a real gnome.
Yeah, there's a couple of them do. I'm trying to bring up the map. Dark. I'm trying to find the map. Sorry. DM Sword Coast. There it is. Okay, so you're told that it is. Let me on this map that y'all have. It is north. Far north of the.
Freaking way.
It's a long way over, and y'all chose not to go there at the moment because not too far off from Blending Stone is Menza Baranzan, and with knowing that the Dro are still after you, it was determined, let's go to Gracklestug. And
Does he have a map?
And does he have a secret way to get there where we can't be like waylaid?
No, unfortunately, he does not. The
Does
Dark
he have
Lake.
does he have any map at all then?
Right.
He could give you a general vicinity map of it all. He can tell you, he can use this map to kind of show you that you've got a few other towns. There's the Grove. You have a Menzoberranzan, which is, and
So he's like, yeah, just head to Neverlight Grove and take a right. If you hit Menzo Baranza, it's not too far.
something like that. Yeah.
That's something that I would like to do.
So, yep. Give you a little bit of the map area that you need to see, what you kind of know.
So, if
anyway.
we kind of convey to him that we have business here in Gracklestug that we have to take care of before we can run this errand that you have bestowed on us for saving your life.
Yeah, well, no, he gives you each a gemstone. If we're doing it, he gives you a gem. The reward was that he gave you each a gemstone, an obsidian gemstone. I'll put that in your party sheet in a little bit. He gave that each a piece, okay? Right. But then he has another job for you that he would like to. Entice the group because of your abilities to deliver this sack full of raw gemstones to Kazook. And
if we're going that direction, we're not heading there right now, but we'd love to deliver it for you, but we don't plan on coming back. How are we going to collect our, reward if,
was successful. He believes that if you spend a few days there in Blending Stone after it's done, that he can have word. He can get confirmation that the job's been done. And
then I'm gonna say, yeah, we'll take your gems and deliver them as soon as we're in that area.
Yeah,
we'd love to help you out.
So
give us a sack full of gems, and if we deliver them, that'll be awesome. We got a sack full of gems.
No, they're not. They're of raw gemstones. They're uncut. They're uncut, and
I actually have a talent in cutting gems, so that is no problem.
They'll be cut shortly after we leave.
No, but I think so. We do convey to him that we're willing to do the task. I think if Ruckus agrees, but there are some things.
It's not gonna. That's not our top priority.
No, he understands. He understands, and he says, "Don't you? You have something I believe that you need to give to me. I believe,
Or we pull out the Mace of Fire.
That looks to be the correct item that I was expected to take in possession for our known colleague. And he just kind of just takes his hand. He kind of pats on the table where you're just kind of lay it on the table there, nonchalantly, and just let it sit there. And he goes, when you are done with your business here in Gracklestug, just come, revisit me, ask for me here again, or leave word here, and I will know that you are making your way. I'll have a package prepared that you can take to Kazook when you're ready to leave. So
he doesn't want to give us the gems right now.
No.
Is there anything else we want him to get for us? I'm talking to you.
Do you want to see if he knows anything about Droki?
It sounds like he might have connections, so yeah, we can ask him about. Yeah, I don't mind asking him about. Let's ask him about Droki, that Dro we're looking for.
Well, Droki you're looking for is he's heard of the pestilent little Darrow, and that knows, very little about who he deals with. Droki has a way of evading capture from the guard, and actually has escaped a few death attempts on on his character, and he, but who he works for and what he does, he does not know anything about that. He just has heard of the name. You have to.
He hangs out or anything.
Well, basically, he is in and around the dark district. He hangs around he runs from tasks in and out of merchants, and things like that in the district itself. And other than that, he, no.
Not a tavern. No tavern that he frequents that you may have heard of?
No, that he does not know. But he knows that he comes in and out of the, things that she basically told you to. He comes in and out of the west a lot, because that makes sense, because that's closer to getting to the district over here, the Dark Lake district, and doing his errands and whoever he's working for. Other than that, he makes his, how he moves in and about so fast that, that has always been a topic of discussion, because he even evades, he's very adept at evading the Durgar, even, and knows when they're visible or how they seem to be or when they're around, and how to position himself accordingly. So yeah, it's a little bit of enigma. They, people know who he is, but they don't speak about him, and he basically tells you that too.
So just by asking about him, now it's going to be harder to find him.
It will probably report back to him somehow, some way. Yes, he has a way of knowing things. Good luck. And why are you searching for him anyway? Most people don't search for him.
We actually have a business proposal for him. Because he's so good at evading everybody, we'd like him to do something for us. So if, Ford gets out that, we'll do business, don't go looking for him, but if he comes to see you, we'd like to, offer him a business arrangement.
If I happen to have the luck of running into him, I'll let him know.
And to the party, does anybody need any? It sounds like this guy can get stones, and does anybody need anything like that? 1 second, people.
I can't control my body.
Was that Ruckus?
What was that?
I thought maybe he was getting jumped on by his daughter or something.
Cass is here. Banjo's here. Hey! Hold on, I gotta free up the character. Ruckus, I'm gonna let it go.
We need to take our vitamins. I was with so much energy.
Yay! Banjo's here.
I have slight amnesia, but I'll catch up.
While we're working this up, let me turn on the overlays then. That'll help. We just don't
I think you're just in time, Banjo. We're about to go see a giant.
Another one.
Well, the one we're supposed to go see.
Oh, that guy.
I think his name is Thorhoon or something like that.
Something like that, yes. That's me. Let's see. All right.
Arangorn Cavern, is that where he is?
Yeah, that's where you're going to go. Yes, that's where the giants are at. You and the recap and all that. Y'all know y'all can go over to the far east western bridge and cross over without issue, because a giant guard will be there to escort you down to the Cairngorm Cavern area so that you may finish your business or can meet with the giant there. But y'all finish up your business. Okay, so y'all are going to leave the Shattered Spire and head on
As long as nobody needs to buy something, yeah, I think that's what we're doing.
All right.
Sandra doesn't need anything.
Did we find Barris and Bupito yet? No.
Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
We haven't even started looking for them. There's so much going on.
Well, we are gathering information though.
Yeah,
Like
they're on the
we're-
bottom of our list.
Well, we know that he's not in the Spire here, right?
Or virus.
No, there's not. Nope.
He's feeling so lost right now.
We could ask this guy to put out some feelers for where he might have gone. We'd pay for it.
Yeah, maybe we can. Yeah, we can ask him about that. Let him know we need 2 of our companions ended up missing. Tell him where, and see if he obviously knows the guards, so maybe he can figure something out. And maybe that can be our payment for delivering the stones.
Sure.
So what are you asking, Salt Baron?
Does he have a way of helping us narrow down the search for Varus and Bupito?
He can put out some feelers to see if there's any information that can be discovered. Certainly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want that.
Yeah. No. He'll see what he can come up
we'll
with.
check back in.
Okay.
And can we ask him if he knows this Bupito? Has he heard of him?
He has not heard of Pepito, and y'all explain who he is, and he also looks at the frown face at the other two Darrow, Topsy and Turvy, and he just looks like down the long of his nose when y'all mention that. He would never have dealings with Darrow like that, so you get the feeling that he could care less. And has no idea.
Let's boogie.
All right.
All right. So y'all make your way over the west, and go south toward the last bridge, and when y'all cross over, there is a escort guard that will take you to what looks to be a long tunnel that opens up here. Going several hundred feet down and into what you're being told this is the area of the stone giants of the clan Cairngorm. You see when you get closer and closer that the Durgard, there are none around here.
None that we can see.
Yeah, see, but you even walking around, yeah, exactly. And you are met by a giant named Hergram, who is expecting you, and he, kind of short on his pleasantries, but he gives you, basically, he kind of tells you that, this is we are the clan Cairngorm, and they are sworn ancestors of the bearers of a Cairngorm crown, which was part of the Deep Kingdom monarchs, and the giants try to lead a simple and uncomplicated life down here, you can, see that they are there's not a lot of pomp and circumstance as you kind of move through this area. And he, seems troubled as y'all are walking, making your way down into the cavern area. He begins to talk about understanding the issues and to thank you for. He heard about what y'all did for the other giants up there, and he goes, something evil stirs in the Underdark here. And he says, the rocks itself cries in pain and horror, and a madness that creeps from the blackest depths. And he basically says to pay heed to the signs that are surrounding you. A cave with 2 faces, rocks devoured, and the land overgrown. And he just kind of is mumbling a little bit. And he goes, I've heard that the evil's presence and evil's face is here somewhere in the tunnels and in the rocks of the Underdark here. This is what the stones tell me. And when he's talking like that, he's kind of rambling, and it's kind of, his voice kind of sounds echoey, and he looks off as, he goes into some slight little trance as he's saying this stuff. He kind of begins to talk that the pebbles believe itself flesh, the earth rejects its wards, and the tunnels shake with fury. These are evil portents to be, wary of in this day and age. And he almost sounds like he's becoming like a prophet in his speaking and all that, but then he kind of snaps out of it a little bit. And when y'all get and down into the holding areas where some of the homes are and their encampments at, he calls off for Dorhun, who basically comes running up and acknowledges the group here and says, welcome to the clan Cairngorm. How have your travels been since we last met?
Well, we've learned how hospital the Darrow and the Durga are, and we've lost a couple friends.
Yeah, and I'd like to emphasize the fact that we lost 2 of our friends and we don't know where they went.
Ooh. That bodes more evil in the great town of Gracklestug. Be wary, my friends, for there's, as we have foreseen in our dreams and reading upon the rock faces, he kind of says something, he kind of goes off into his trance just a tad bit again, and he basically, kind of conjures that up. There's great evil afoot, which we have not deciphered yet. When it infects the stones and the stones weep, that bodes ill will for all of us who live here down deep. And he, y'all talk about that a little bit, and he mentions, a few more of the same type of stuff, but rocks devoured and the land overgrown. And they just seems to be some messages that they just haven't been able to decipher yet. These visions that they're seeing, that they're getting from the rocks themselves. And as the dwarves that y'all kind of know, understanding a little bit of respect for that, because, y'all, as dwarvens, respect for stone and work and that ability of these giants, these stone giants, even though they can be enemies and, cause trouble for dwarves and all that, but you can kind of see that they mean well in what they're doing, and that their concern is legitimate. But he's sitting there and he's finished chatting with you, and he reaches into this leather bag and he pulls out a polished crystal that's about the length of a human forearm, and he hands it to Hagram, who then looks over and they kind of bow to each other, and he turns and he gives this is for the group, for what you have done for our comrade. And he this says, hold on to this and cherish it well, for it might be helpful in the future. And he says it holds I'm trying to see. It is a 19-inch long shard of quartz crystal. Daedalus, make me a Arcana check, please.
Oh yeah. Oh, dang it.
Oh, man.
Anybody
Come
assist
back,
me?
Dutch.
I think Varus is the only other one with Arcana.
I don't have like an ability where a researcher. Is there something about research? If I attempt to recall a piece of lore, if you do not know the information, you often know where from whom you can obtain it.
All right. No, yeah, there you go. It's not with lore, but he calls it the Stone Speaker Crystal. And your abilities and your knowledge of those things that are magical tell you that it was created by some great stone giants long ago and it resonates strongly with conjuration and divination magic. And it is a crystal that you will have to attune to, spend some time with, but it allows you to, it has some spells stored into it. What's up, Maniac? It is, has the following spells: speak with animals, speak with dead, and speak with plants. And I'm going to, you kind of stick your hands out when you hear it and see it and all that, and he hands it to you. I'll put it in the party sheet for a second here, and I'll identify it so everybody can.
Dirt's gonna know like 80 languages before we're done.
Okay, he gives it.
So
It's
let's us
party
speak with everything but stone. Huh.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Oh, they're stone giants. If they can already speak to stone.
That's it. They don't need it. Exactly. And he says to keep it close to you at all times, for it may very well become of use as you deal with that which is happening here in the Underdark.
I'm gonna tape it to my inner thigh, so it's always touching.
And he kind of, as he's doing that, he goes, he kind of pries a little bit there. What brings you to this great city of Gracklestugh in the first place, if I might ask? Why would you venture down here?
We were kidnapped, and now we're looking for a way home.
Kidnapped by whom would that be?
The Drow.
The Drow.
The Drow are a formidable force to deal with down here. There are several in the city, and they were. And now that I recall that, I do know that was a contingent of them here searching for something. I wonder if that searching was you and your group. And he says keep this close, because it could very well be helpful in the future for helping you get out of the Underdark, and hopefully
we embarrassed one of their priestesses, and now she's got a grudge against us.
I forgot that. Do you have this stuff written down?
Yeah,
That
for
was
escaping.
Awesome. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, her, want the Drower not to be tarried with. So I would always be cognizant of your backside when dealing with them, especially here, for they will walk around. There's an uneasy alliance between them and the Durgard. So,
do you think that's what happened to our friends? There's no way you can find out?
we do not. We have very little dealings inside the city. We work only our areas, the caves, and the work that they do is they don't interact much at all with the Durgar themselves. The Deep King comes some to speak with us and to do dealings with us, and that's about it. And you know that to be the truth.
We travel with Darrow, so we're always wary of our backside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, DJ. Yeah.
And Bopito.
Yep.
Wary and hairy of our backsides, man. But I'm a bugbear.
So if that's all he has for us, I think we should thank him and be on our way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank you, Dorhoon.
They thank you very much for your abilities to help save their friend, and maybe not. Your paths will cross again in the future. And he wishes Godspeed with your journey and finding your friends and leaving the Underdark in one piece.
Yeah. So, and we kind of say to him, "Hey, how far you're connected, but let your brethren or kin know we don't want any trouble with them while we're down here. So if they see us out and about,
we would love to just pass through without anything conflict.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Understood.
Alrighty. Let's boogie. Oh, and then on an unrelated note, where's the nearest quartz dealer? Someone who buys and sells quartz.
I don't know. I'm sure you could go back to the Dark Lake district and find somebody.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, nothing comes to mind with him right now. They don't venture over there that much. So
I was just thinking we have this 19-inch long piece of quartz. Maybe we could get a good deal for it.
wait, the gift that they just gave you?
Just joking.
What?
Ah,
I didn't catch that for a second. I was like, what the hell is he talking about?
I think we're desperate for money.
I just play it. I don't say that.
Hope not. He's going to reach over and take it from you. He's going to grab it out of Dirtless's hand and bonk you on the head with it. So,
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, we want a stone speaker crystal +2.
All right. So, I mean, I'm not sure where else to go, guys, unless we head over to where the Darrow might be coming and going.
Yeah, that's the last. Yeah, that's the only place now.
All right. So that's number 3 on our checklist, right? Go try and deal with Droki and see if that turns up any information about Varys.
Right. We got to find him.
For all we know, they're having a beer together.
It's true. Varys usually gets into interesting situations.
Okay, so where are we headed? What do you want to do?
What does Ruckus think?
Initiative. Come on.
Yeah. Ruckus. Wake up. Or he's probably speaking. He's got his kids with him. Ruckus. We've put him to sleep already. If there's not fighting, he clocks out. Well,
Well, what do you think? What do you think, guys?
Well, he's in the west cleft, right? Not the east?
that's correct.
Okay. Yeah, let's go find him.
Wait, so we have to go from here further west?
No, you're already, yeah, you're just the west clefts are just north of you where you're at. You're at the
Okay.
Cairngorm Caverns, which is where my circle's at. Okay, here.
So we need to go to the square then.
You need to go over here. That's right.
All right. Yep. So
Mhm.
I'm down.
Yep.
But from what we've heard, these Darrow don't like.
Topsy and Turvy will tell you that they cannot guarantee everyone's safety down here. They will do their best to ward off any issues, but it's a hostile place, and the Darrow here, there's still some that are enslaved. Some have won their freedom here, but it is a dark and dangerous ghetto in the western side. The eastern side is like the other side of the tracks. It's a little bit more the more of the cleaner Darrow, and those who are have more have won their freedoms. The west side is the darker side. The east district is a little bit more cleaner, not by much, but the west side is the wrong side of the tracks, so to speak. If I haven't said that.
How do you boys feel if we have to kill Darrow?
Well, I'm pretty sure we're cool. Like, we have Ruckus. We're always at
No. I mean, how do Topsy and Turvy feel if we have to kill Darrow?
Oh,
Well, we would try the best not to.
we can subdue him.
I mean, we
But
can.
it is, they just can't. You know how many could attack? There's several thousand live here, so we would just have to be careful and keep to the shadows and try to do our best to get in and out as quickly as possible.
We
There's
could
not
have
a place
Ruckus turn into a Darrow and kind of go ahead of us, maybe scout it out. I don't know.
Yeah, that's possible.
With Topsy Turvy. It's up to you guys. Though. I'm too tall for the spell to work, I think, on me.
Yeah, y'all kind of get closer to the west as you're discerning this, and Topsy and Turvy are letting you know about how hostile the Darrow would be to this group. The stench in the air goes from this acrid and metallic, from the metalworking and what you're used to this fetid and repugnant smell that is this, squalor, as you know it in the slums. And you can see that the homes in this part are crudely carved from the rock, or just holes in the wall, arranged in no apparent order. The chatter in the air is unnerving, with hundreds of Darrow muttering, screaming at each other, and otherwise reveling in their insanity. The Darrow are not quite, they're a little unhinged. And it's getting worse and worse as things progress down here. And you kind of see as some coming in out of the gate, those that look at you, hiss at you and all that you can see in their eyes that there's this burning hatred for any and all non-Darrow creatures. And Topsy and Turvy said, then this is not going to be good. We've got to come up with a better plan, or there's going to be a lot of blood spilled here, and we won't get out if they attack en masse.
What do you two suggest?
Well, you guys are in charge. What do y'all want to do?
Well, we'll make the final call, but you know this place, you know your people. What do you suggest?
Is there any way to sneak through, or is it just a lost cause to try and go through the doors?
Is there a way to appease them?
Y'all make me some insight checks.
All right.
My time to shine, DJ. Well, DJ, actually, I might turn it back on, but I have some of the shops turned off for the moment, just because we're in RP mode for a second. Yeah. I know you're aching to spin your Praetors on some badness for the group. Hold it there. Just hold. We'll get there in a little bit. I don't want DJ upset because he likes to crash the party. Mm-hmm. So as long as nothing bad truly happens, which, down here, that's not a given. Getting through here, they say, shouldn't be too hard because the Darrow, in their own mad scheming, might not, they're too preoccupied with themselves. And as long as we keep, make some, fairly modern, mundane stealth checks, then you should be able to move around here. But that's just their opinion on it. But what do we need to, what are we trying to accomplish? What do you want to do down here?
We need to get this Droki guy so that we can get
they
on
weren't
to
paying
finding
attention.
bears.
They have y'all were the only ones that the adventurers, the other group, Topsy and Turvy weren't paying attention while all that was going on. So they're looking at y'all like, why are we here in the first place?
We need to find a Darrow. We need to find a Darrow named Droki.
I say we send somebody in with good charisma and have them wear the hat.
Oh man, that's a good way to get started.
Yeah, I could go
That's
in.
not me.
I have persuasion and what I got +3 in charisma.
Yeah, my persuasion is a big fat 0. My intimidation is a big fat 0. And my charisma is a big fat 0. Not me.
Yeah.
I just don't know if it'll work and make me look like a Darrow, maybe a Dwargar. I don't know.
What kind of, are you large, Banjo?
No, I'm medium sized, but I'm like 6'4", and I don't know.
Let's see. Let's read the Hat of Disguise. What does it say? Cool. I lost it. So there it is. Well, wearing this hat, While wearing this hat, you can use an action to cast a disguise self spell from it at will. The spell ends if the hat is removed. It's a wondrous item and requires attunement.
So would I have to hold
Yeah,
up for
Topsy and Turvy
long?
basically tell you, yeah, I mean, the only thing that we can't do down here is you can't use invisibility. There are wards everywhere that protect this area from invisibility spells of any sort. And if the Darrow, if you were caught down here and invisible or using anything like that, just kiss yourself goodbye, because it will throw
That
them
would be
into
like the disguise. We'll describe the disguise spell too, where it makes you look like something else.
No,
So that
that's okay. No, it's just invisibility of any kind.
It sounds like a countermeasure against the crap that the Duergar do.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it's for. And they go into batshit crazy frenzy, and a mob will attack anything that sets off the ward.
Well, I mean, if we can't like do a full on,
Somebody take the hat. And my oil of slipperiness.
Disguise self says I can be 1 foot shorter or taller.
all right, so not you then. So either we all go or do a not very good attempt at infiltration.
Alright, so we don't think anybody can use the hat of disguise and going with Topsy and Turvy?
Well, I mean, I have a +1 to charisma, my modifier, but I have 0 skills at persuading or intimidating or any of that.
What about Thandrick and Ruckus?
I have one in all of those.
I mean, the thing about Ruckus, if he's willing to do it, is he has the best chance of
I've
getting
been
out of
muted
there.
this whole time.
Yes, you have been.
I was like, man, am I a pariah? Nobody's even responding to anything I'm saying.
Well, we're calling you out.
We were trying to get you to talk, but we didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
Like
so
Ruckus,
we gave up.
Ruckus would.
They sent you in
Yeah,
first. It was nice knowing you.
We thought that you had your daughter with you, so you weren't
Yeah.
conversing.
All right.
Well, what do you think, Ruck? Now that you're back on mic,
My persuasion skill isn't very good. I could probably get away with some intimidation. But-
Topsy and Turvy are shaking their heads. Don't send him in there. Don't send him in there.
I don't think it's a good idea.
Man, no. This place will go
I think
into
we should
violent mode.
I think we should just,
should we just go for it?
yeah, let's just go for it, and then worst case scenario, we have to back out.
All right.
I agree with that. Let's just do the violent stuff.
So let's if it comes down to fighting to get out of there, we subdue where we can. Otherwise, we'll just have to put them down.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So y'all
So wait,
move.
We're gonna go in there with no weapons drawn. We're gonna.
We're
Hey,
gonna
buddy.
move.
Yeah.
We're gonna move as quietly as we can without drawing attention to ourselves, because that's what Topsy and Turvy said. But if
Right,
we have
Something like that.
if we have to throw down, try to be non-lethal.
Try is the key word there for Ruckus.
Okay, so to me, these double doors. So are these like actual physical doors where we open them?
There are gates. No, there's a big set of gates that are opened up.
Okay.
Yeah. They close
So we
at
can
night.
walk through without
Yep.
The other thing that we could try, and we'd have to ask Topsy and Turvy, but is if these guys are really abused and mistreated, we could come in as like we're coming to aid them.
They start laughing. You see Tops and Jerry. Oh, that's hilarious! And they're like slapping each other, like you're gonna save our kin and all that. You have a symbiotic relationship that goes back thousands of years, and the Darrow, have become maddened, with their. The enslavement that they've endured, but that's also kind of even though they want to mount an insurrection to get out, they also know that the Durgar would wipe him out. There is this it's an uneasy alliance that goes on, but Topsy and Turvy will let you know that that it's a powder keg with a short fuse that you're dealing with here, and if you set this off incorrectly, this whole place will burn and everybody in it will burn down. And it's a thin ice, even though they they don't even know what that really means, but they've heard the term. You're not going to be able to even saying that. If the Durgar are around and hear you say that, your life's ended. If the Duro go mad and don't like what you're saying and think that you're lying to them, then your life's going to end. So it's madness all around, Hondo. They laugh again. He wants to save us. That's funny. That's funny. Oh my God.
Who leads the group in the West here? The Darrow in the West. Is there a leader, a king, a clan chief, a mayor?
They have. There is the Council of Savants. Is the let me find.
The same people that they think that Droki is.
Yeah, well, Droki's a Darrow, and they think and the council is the Durgar have this uneasy alliance with the Duro and the Durgar have that alliance, but the Durgar are always concerned that sooner or later something like this would happen. But unfortunately, this, even with the council, the leaders there, the Duro are very unorganized, and they believe that the Council of Savants, some of them in there have probably grown too used to their privilege, and they like, where they
Maybe
sit.
we should try sowing some seeds of insurrection.
That's what. Yeah. Well. Yeah. No. But it could turn on you. It could easily turn on you because the Darrow hold everybody in contempt because of their place in society here.
We'll be as nice as we can.
But they still say, you've got these streets are just cluttered and dirty. We'd have to stay to the darkness, to the shadows moving around, and they ask again, why are we here? What are we doing here?
Finding Droki, this person.
Well, by doing what? Walking around will just, what are we,
It said that he this is where he resides. It said this is where he is, he comes through this gate from time to time.
Maybe we should just stake out the gate.
No, I'd be willing to do that.
But do we even know what he looks like?
No.
Yeah, we had a pretty
okay,
picture.
Yeah, you do. Here, you forgot. Yeah, so they did give you a picture of him, and he's easy to where is it at? Portraits of the others. Droki, where are you at?
He was quite the character. He's got displacer beasts in his tentacles in his hat or whatever that
Correct.
was.
He has his
oh yeah, that guy. He's awesome. We'll be able to recognize him when he walks through the door.
Yeah.
Yep. That is the Droke man. And
well, yeah, so if we know what he looks like, we can just stake out the gate then.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can he turn himself invisible?
Well, maybe we can wait. We can find out where one of the invisibility wards are, and be able to see that, so we know he can't go invisible by one of the wards.
Well, we could just couldn't we just kind of camp out on the other side of the gate?
Well, I don't know where all the invisibility wards are, but I'm guessing there'd be one right on the gate.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So like if
the wards are everywhere. The wards are everywhere inside the Darrow's territories. Okay.
Okay.
So
if Ruckus
are there any
takes the
plants
hat-
nearby?
Yeah, that's
There's
awesome.
mushrooms. There's mushrooms. Well, the large substances of the mushrooms.
Can I
All
go
right.
ask one of the plants if they've seen this guy go by?
You have to. How you going to ask?
Hey, have you seen hold up picture this guy go by? No, okay, they don't have eyes.
Really, really, DJ, get ready, pal. You know what?
No, but imagine if Topsy and Turvy and Ruckus in disguise go just past the gate, so there is no invisibility,
Mm-hmm.
and then they just kind of mill around, like Darrow, just sort of angry at the world and just loitering, and then they wait for this guy to come out, and then they see what happens, and then so if he passes through the gate and he stays visible, then they track him. If not,
When they give us
try
hand signals, yeah.
we'll try to figure out something else. And we can wait on the other side of the gate in the Darrow side, where we have the badges. So no
Yeah,
one
you'll
should be
need to
able
go. You'll need to get out of here and go back north of the furrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to be. You won't be near the gate, but you can. There is actually Topsy and Turvy will tell you that on the near the western gate of the furrow where you're at, there is some old abandoned guard houses.
There we go, stakeout.
Okay.
That's what we're doing. We're doing it.
Yeah,
Old
he tells you he tells you they're right here. There's some that are just right off.
Like where those 3 windows are?
All right, no, I just put a little square just over to the left of the westernmost bridge. So that little bitty square right here.
Yeah. I looked.
Okay.
I saw 3 black dots, so I thought maybe those were
No,
windows.
that is
No, now I check. Now there's only 1 dot.
yeah. So it is some old some old dilapidated couple buildings. There's some trash in there, and you see footprints that come in and out. There's some too. It looks like they're Durgar footprints, but it seems to be empty.
I think we set up our observation post here, and I have a
Where are we on the map again?
Okay,
That's-
so
those
here you
tiny
go. So
squares.
okay, you came from the Cairngorm. Okay, you see my arrow moving around, Ruckus? Any at all?
No.
You
I
only see it
don't.
when you let go of it.
Oh, okay. Here, let me.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
okay. So you came out of this little shaft area, and all that is the giants. That's the Cairngorm Cavern, and y'all met with the giants. Okay, and when y'all left, you went to here, to the westernmost area of the furrows, and past those 2 sets of doors there on the western side those are gates, and there's one all over on the east side too, and the west and the east clefts are the districts for the Darrow, the west being the more seedier side of town. And y'all know that Droki lives here somewhere, and makes his way in and out of here, and also, when he's venturing to go to the Dark Lake district, sometimes come out of the gate, sometimes no. You don't have much information yet on him, but you do know that y'all have been pointed to the western clefts as a place where he lives, and that the rest of the time he's in the Dark Lake district area running his errands and doing stuff. And the Durgar have been unable to successfully track him at all, find out what he's doing, but the guard captain believes that the Darrow represents or works with the Council of Savants, because some of the Durgar and herself believe that the council will lead and will get an uprising of the Darrow to overtake the Durgar or cause problems here. And she doesn't like not being able to track Droki or understand what he's doing, so she wants him captured or killed. She prefers captured, but she understands that sometimes accidents happen. So, but y'all are there outside the gates, and Topsy and Turvy has given you the rundown that going in there could very well lead to everyone's death, because the Durgar, the Duro, are not only mad already with everything that's going on, but they are, pretty much insane anyway from the years of slavery and all that they've had to deal with here. And
So why don't we just take control of Topsy and Turvy and just send them in there by themselves?
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
How
Yeah,
do
we
we
just
take
play
control?
them like characters, and we tell them before we send them in there what we want them to do, and then
I'm thinking the whole point of this is we're not supposed to go in there.
you can, but it's, they just say it's going to be an issue over time the longer you spend in there.
yeah, we don't even need to send them in there with any kind of specific objective. Just go in there, hang out, make friends, drink.
So
keep
we're
an
just
eye-
sending them in there to look to watch the guy with the cool hat walk by.
Yeah, and then what we can do is we can keep Weasel with one of them, and then we just make our place, make our lookout somewhere close enough that you are in communication with Wobble the Weasel, and then we tell Topsy and Turvy, like, look, when you see this guy heading out towards the gate, like he's gonna be leaving, whatever, kill Wobble.
So it's pretty much the same thing we were going to do earlier, but you're not joining him.
No, I'm not gonna go in there just in case there's some kind of like dispelling ward or whatever. But I would like to send Wobble with them so there's some level of communication.
So I can see, can see back.
And then we don't have to all sit here. We can just put one or two people, and then the rest of us can kind of satellite the area and maybe try to find Varus.
The abandoned gates, the abandoned guardhouse is this little square that's right here. There's a couple of little buildings that were old guardhouse that were next to this bridge area, and that would good. You can also use that as a place to hang out without attracting much attention, because as long as you stay on the north side of the furrows, then the stone guard won't mess with y'all because you have the badges.
Let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that. And then what we can do is we'll keep like one or two people, plus the NPCs in the burned out guard tower or whatever, and then everyone else we can kind of like conduct our own thing looking for Varus, and then but don't go too far that we can't reinforce whoever's on guard if that guy comes out the gate.
Yeah.
And do we know it's only one way in, one way out? These guys, this is like their prison when they're not working.
I'm sorry, say that again.
So the Darrow that are here in the west, is this sort of their prison, but they're left to their own devices once they're past the gate?
No, it's a lot of the unwanted Darrow live here. Those some that but it's self-imposed prison, but they come and go out they want, except for when the gates are shut down at what they consider nighttime, even though there's not really a nighttime that happens here because the city's 24/7 with the furnaces and the work that they do here.
Okay, so the gate here is this is it. This is how they come and go. There's no
back entrance. There's no.
Yeah, they haven't dug tunnels out somewhere else, or there's not like a waterway in.
Who would know that?
Well, I don't know. Would Topsy and Turvy know that?
They don't say anything about it. They've not heard of anything about it. They dig tunnels there. There's tunnels and stuff dug here because a lot of the homes and stuff are, the up and down this shaft area here. There's no, there's shops here, there are homes here, there's places that, looks like they house multiple families. It's there's the dwellings here. There's no rhyme or reason or structure to what's happening here. Some structures are built on top of each other, but then there are lots of holes everywhere in the walls that the Darrow come in and out of.
All right. So let Topsy and Turvy go in with Wobble, and we're gonna view from that square.
Yeah, because we did ask the the Baron guy if he knew about Droki, right?
Yeah, they had heard of him, but he didn't. He doesn't. He wouldn't dare deal with Darrow. You know.
All
So
right. So he didn't give up any like
nope.
smuggler whatever nonsense. All right.
Nope.
All right. So this sounds like the plan we got to work with then.
Yeah, we'll send him to recon and then try to jump him if he gets to this side.
All right. So you're going to send Topsy and Turvy in with the Wobble, the Weasel, and they're going to look at the two of you, and they just kind of look at each other, and they kind of hunch their shoulders up a little bit and slap a high five, and they go running off in to the West Clef area.
We don't want to run too far. I'm at maybe walk or saunter.
Well, they're Topsy and Turvy, baby. They run their own
sachet. We want them to sachet.
Yeah. Well, they sachet and point to their butts when they were right before they round a corner, and then disappear in the darkness.
Dirk, do you have a way to impede or stop someone from disappearing or
Dispel magic.
I don't have dispel magic ready. Actually, I don't have it. I have.
Well, he meant if you're talking about just running off, you're not talking about disappearing as in invisibility, right, Hondo?
Well, no. What I'm saying is if Droki appears, and I guess because I'm kind of assuming he has a way to turn invisible, or he has a way to, he has a way to disguise himself or something, right?
You're talking about kind of like an anti-magic field.
Yeah, or just anything that would keep him from. I mean, we need to be prepared if he shows up. How are we going to?
Well, you know that in the districts and all that, then invisibility is not the answer because the wards, the Darrow and Topsy and Turvy told the Darrow despise that trait.
Right,
so even saying the word in there would be bad news.
He doesn't have anything to worry about when he's on the Darrow side. Once he comes onto the Drugar side, he wants to move. He has a way to get around because he hasn't been captured already. She would have sent mundane guards to capture him.
Well,
so
they don't know. Yeah, she does not know how he eludes their abilities to track him.
Right. So that's my point. Does anyone have any way to suppress or entangle or do anything that might allow us to capture him that mundane Drugar guards don't have? Because I have nothing.
I was trying to link my wand of lightning bolts, but apparently it didn't work.
Fairy fire helps get rid of invisibility.
Yeah, can you outrun lightning? No.
I can charm person here. I have a scroll of charm person.
Okay.
Yeah, we can try that too.
Or I don't know. You're part rogue, aren't you, Kaz? You have like caltrops or
I can run pretty fast. I have caltrops. I have rope. I have. Let's see.
I mean, we just need to be prepared if he shows up. I mean, I know Ruckus has the whistle that makes him pretty quick. If he jumps into the water, I could maybe outswim him.
He just flies away.
I have charm person or stone shape is about all I can do.
Okay.
Or lightning bolt.
I can only hit pretty hard. Running is gonna be hard.
All right. Yeah. Okay. What do we got, Duff?
Well, they're gonna go do their thing. What are you guys doing while you're waiting on them?
Make a new drink.
We're just splayed out in lawn chairs with some beers.
Yeah, sitting in the abandoned guardhouse area out there. Just kick up. You got the jam box going. You know, got a fire going with some marshmallows. And some weenies. Okay.
Now I'm missing summer, man.
I'm gonna put my 6 intelligence to work and just stare.
I'll be back in 1 second.
Okay. Dirt went to go get a drink. So I guess you're just saying is that everybody's hanging out in the guardhouse area.
No, I want to go and kind of try to mean, don't we have we have other stuff to be doing, don't we? Like we lost Bupito, and
correct.
yeah, I mean we gotta try to track them down, and I don't think it's gonna be this guy.
He's a Darrow too, isn't he?
Who Bupito is a Darrow? Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting then.
What if Bupito is Drogi?
He is a bastard.
Mind blown.
One can only determine. Y'all got some time to wait. There was no time limit on how long they needed to check in. You didn't give them any instructions and go look for Droki, and go mingle and check in and find stuff out. So that was their instructions, and they're gone.
If we need them back, I can have Wobble the Weasel just like scratch him in the back.
Well, so do we want to? How do we look into who the hell Bupito is? Because do we even know if he's? I mean,
I'm not ready to jump to the conclusion that Bupito is this guy we're looking for. Like, I think Bupito and Varys were taken, and I think we should start trying to establish or cultivate some contacts, try to figure out why or how or who took them.
I guess I was thinking that if we figured out the Droki thing, then Black Skull would assist us in tracking down Varys.
Well, I think we should go back to her and tell her, be like, look, we've got a plan in place, but our plan is going to take some time. So in the meantime, we're going to need your help.
Okay, I'd be down for that.
Yeah, let's try that.
Okay, so y'all leave and y'all head back over to.
Are all of us gonna leave, or should
No. Like, I want to keep some people that can. It's going to be hard because I don't want to if we find this guy, I don't want to go right into combat with him. I'd like to,
since say, hey, what's up?
Since we already put out the idea that we have a business venture for him or whatever, I think we should try to see what he's got and what we can get out of him, and maybe get us out of here without having to deal with any of the other BS.
I think he might be able to find Varys for us.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, is I don't want to burn that bridge with combat.
I agree. I'm down for that.
Yeah, we just need to talk to him, really.
Yeah, but I definitely, if he's like everyone else that we dealt with in this stinking town, I don't want him to be able to get away. Like, if it comes down to it, I will love to kill him if he's not helpful.
So who do you want to leave behind, Ruckus?
I'm kind of thinking I would stay behind, and Dirtless would probably stay behind.
Okay, so me and Thandrick and Banjo and Eldith.
Eldith, and then we've also what are we doing? Oh, what about Stool? Stool has those spores that he put in Varys.
He uses these spores. He uses just to communicate with Varys. Yes.
Right. Okay. I want to start making friends with the Stool.
Stool's Stool's gone too. Sorry, Stool was with Varys. Yes,
he was on his shoulder.
Yes, well, I kept him in a pouch. He kept around. Yeah, Stool's not with y'all either. Yes, correct.
Oh, we just didn't realize it. Yeah.
Now we are finally motivated.
Damn it, Stool is gone.
All right, so who are we left with? Jim Jar, Cell.
You got Jim Jar, you got Sereth, you've got Eldith, you've got Darendale, and Topsy and Turvy, and Fargus. Fargus has been running around. He has been just dead set on finding. He's been traveling around the Dark Lake District and doing stuff. He's dead set on finding this lost temple or this lost hold that's somewhere outside the city somewhere, and so that's all he's good for.
Who's the Dro that we're traveling with? What's his name again?
That's Sareth. Sareth.
So does he have any ability to move something around here?
No, I mean he doesn't want to be here. He knows that he has to travel with y'all. He get to Blending Stone too because it gets him closer to Menzoberranzan in his tracking, but he's going, you can tell, but his issue is that he's becoming more and more crazy as time goes on. He talks to himself a lot. He argues with himself. So he looks at y'all, he scours, but he keeps, he hasn't been a troublemaker yet, but he has no sway or anything in this town. He almost never made it over here to Grackenstug.
So just by virtue of him being a Dro, he doesn't have any pull.
Not with the Durgar. No, you can see that the Dro here really don't either. There's some here, but they, they would not provoke an open war with the Durgar in their own they don't. That the black races don't get along with each other down here, but there also is an uneasy alliance, just like it is up above with dwarves and elves, such like. So it's no different down here. So.
All right. So Ruckus, split the party so we can.
That's fine.
How you want it?
Well, y'all. I just know that who y'all. Well, so. We know I'm up at the top of the map. We know we don't have Varus and Bupito, and Fargus is running around. So Sareth and Jimjar, and Topsy and Turby are running around, and Darendale, and then Eldest with you goobers. Yeah. Okay.
So it's me, Kaz, Dandrick, Eldest.
I'm gonna move these characters. I'm gonna put all of our characters at the top.
Go ahead.
And then we're gonna break them into whatever groups.
Go
they're
ahead.
in,
Okay.
So it'll be easier to track.
And you want us to go talk to Black Skull and say that we got guys working on the Drogi thing?
Yeah, don't give her too much information about what we're doing. Just be like, look, we've got a long plan in place, but
right.
And it's a good plan, and we're working on it on our end, but we have to find our companions before, because if it comes to a fight with I want to say they're Durgar, if it comes to a fight with the Durgar, we're going to need every single person in our group. I
agree. We can't leave Varus behind. So Kaz, you got the good talkie skills, yeah?
Yeah, I'll talk to Black Skull.
All right, so you take lead on it, and I will back you up.
I'll go with you too, also.
Alright, so we head back to Black Skull's office, wherever it was, with one of those circles.
That's this.
For that arrow?
Yeah.
Where's Fargus? What's he doing?
He's running around on his own. He's trying to determine. He ventures in and out of the city and doing stuff. He's trying to find more information about the lost keep that is down here that he's trying to discover, which brought his group down here in the first place.
Okay. While they're gone, I want to start talking to Sareth, Jimjar, and Prince Darendel, and see, because I don't know what are their abilities.
All right, we go over that. It's been a while since you've learned some of their stuff. We'll do that. So let's start with, while they're doing that, you guys, the other group is
I can double click on their portraits. Never mind.
You could. It should bring up. Yep.
It tells you everything I was going to ask. That's hilarious.
There you go. So. Okay. So the other group makes it across town, and y'all get into the Dark Lake District and take some time weaving through. It's busy time as always. Things are the district is alight with activity and all that, and you still see, there's still shop owners haggling with each other. You see, some talking to themselves. You just see a lot of weird things, but you catch out of the corner of your eye, you basically, while you're walking along, there's a set of Durgar. You see a couple of times that are Durgar chasing, running through, making their way through the crowds, running around. And there's some, a couple of times that there's some type of activity or something's going on that's got their attention, and you'll make it your way over to the hold. And when you ask for, Captain Black Skull, they let you know that she's out and about on duty doing, her job. And so y'all wait around a little bit, and she will return takes a few hours and all that. And she comes back and she sees the group there, and she motions and invites you into her office. And, she's a little bit abrupt with y'all, but she goes, "What do you have to report for me? How goes the task?"
Greetings, Miss Captain Black Skull. You're my liege. And I'll look at her respectfully.
I thought you were good at this.
Oh my god!
Hey, I've had experience in this. Trust me, guys. Just simmer down now.
He's shining the pig.
I look at her again with respect and shining eyes, and I say, "We have this brilliant plan to capture Droki, and it is in play, but it is going to take some time, and we really need to find two of our compatriots. They have been lost and appear to have been kidnapped. Is there anything that you can do to help us find them? Because they would aid in us in actually capturing Droki, if that is what you want."
She reiterates again. I believe that Varus was gone. Yeah, Varus was already gone when Vapito and Varus were gone when y'all got captured and all that. And she shakes her head again, and she lets you know that her only concern with you and your group is finding Droki and getting to the bottom of what she believes is this conspiracy to affect life as they know it down here in Gracklestug. She could care less about a Darrow and a Furbolg that doesn't even belong in the city. And she told you that before in the initial meeting, that you could spend your own time searching for Droki. She's her only concern, not just turning the group over, just arming everybody and throwing you to the stockades and sold off into slavery, is that she, understands that she needs to improvise a little bit on her tactics, that her own guard have been inept at getting to the bottom of this thing with Droki. So she's utilizing your group. And if you are successful in that, like she said before, then you're finding your companions on your own, but bring me back Droki and or signs of the corruption and the conspiracy that the Council of Savants is up to, and she would allow the group, when you leave, to outfit with new equipment, weapons, potions, and scrolls, common stuff that could send you on your way and get you out of their town. But once again, she says, if y'all haven't, if you're not doing very well already, Droki's already been spotted once earlier in the district, and once again he evaded her guard by disappearing in an alleyway of one of the shop areas, and they thought they had him cornered on both sides of it, and he wasn't anywhere to be found when they...
Well, don't you worry about that, ma'am. We shall catch him, I assure you. Well, have a nice day, ta-ta, and please can't help us. She's wasting our time. Let's go.
Yeah, you get the fact that, she, it's a Durgar captain, and she, your problems are your problems, but she's made her problem your problem to get your stay healthy and to get the hell out of this town in one piece.
Should we find out where he disappeared and maybe go check that out? I feel like there's a
Remember,
key
if there's
piece
any
of,
clues, like any.
You know,
yeah, I feel like we're missing a key piece of information here to make reasonable
Like
choices.
maybe everybody's corrupt.
well, like you said,
Yeah.
you've heard this now. So she's asking, have you seen any signs of corruption, or of conspiracy or corruption that are seeping into the people here of Gracklestug? You are her eyes and ears, and she needs to know what's happening out there.
That isn't corrupt, honestly.
So maybe the people are hiding him.
I'm looking at some corruption right now.
Well, let's tell her what we've seen. We've seen a merchant be ambushed with weapons that disappear when they're dropped. We've seen giants.
She goes, go into more detail. She says, please explain. What did you see?
Two Drugar attacked a merchant. When we interceded, one of them jumped into the water. One of them.
Yes, she's talking. Okay, you're talking about. She goes, yes, you're talking about. That's how y'all were brought to me, and so she goes, I know about that. What else have you seen then?
We've seen your own men chasing people. We've seen people chattering like lunatics. We've seen giants speaking in prophetic terms. We've seen our own companion who seems to be succumbing to madness.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh God, this is why I didn't want to talk.
This is my role, though.
It's not too bad.
It's not bad. You have her attention. She's shaking her head, listening to this, and she makes a few notes down, and she looks and says, "Go on."
Is it normal for everyone to be this mad?
She says, "I do not know." She goes, "My city is not mad. What do you talk of?"
We've seen in what's that spire, the Spire bar?
Shattering Spire.
In the Shattering Spire, there were two best friends that went to blows, and then they immediately stopped when their other companion was asking them, "What is the meaning of this? You've been lifelong friends," and they almost seem to have no knowledge that they were just at blows with each other.
Yeah. So she listens to this, and so she hears this, and she's shaking her head, and you see her pound the fist on the table, and this just can't be. This is not our way of life. There's something deeper going on here. And she, hears your tales, and she, some of them that just can't be that, and then other ones, she shakes her head in acknowledgement that, she's, that she has witnessed this or heard this from some of her own guard. And she, she just knows that this has got to do with, the council has got to have been seeding some type of conspiracy and developing, animosity between the Darrow and the Durgar. She believes that the Council of Savants is the cause for this. And she tilts her head to each and everybody that once you kind of go over all this, and she goes, that, then that is all that I need to hear as far as what is happening in my great city and all that. And she says, I will hold up my end of the bargain once you are done with Droki, as far as allowing, helping you get safe passage out of Gracklestug once you're complete with this task. And
so I'm gonna lean towards Kaz, because I don't want to tell her, because I have to roll again. But I'm gonna be like, hey man, maybe she'd be interested in those demons we saw flying around when we were escaping the Dro.
Oh, that's true, huh? Well, yeah, I'll mention to her. And as we've been traveling here, we've actually seen some crazy demons. We saw a giant demon destroy the town of Saluba Duper.
Sloop dot. Yeah, that's right. No. Roll me a persuasion check.
Yes, thank you. I'm so glad I know. God damn it, Kaz. God damn it. Hey, Duff. Just to see what I would have gotten.
Well, you guys have inspiration, you know.
Use it.
All right, we use it.
Wobble the Weevil has it. Use his. I don't.
There you go, Banjo.
All right, Duff, I'm gonna roll this not to count. I'm just curious.
Watch him fail. Ooh, see, you went at. Yep. So she reiterates to Banjo. She doesn't accept that there are demons or that there would have any type of hold on Gracklestug. That's just inconceivable in her mind. All right. And you get the feeling that, when you say that, she kind of, she listens to your words there, but she is dead set and believes that it has something to do with the Council of Savants. And that is the cause for everything that is happening in her great city. Demons, would have nothing to do with it. Can you reiterate
the Council of Savants again?
The Council of Savants is part of the Darrow leadership group. They are basically, the Darrow are very unorganized in any way, but there is a small council that represents some of the Darrow concerns in the city here, and provide, some of the leadership. But there is animosity toward the council because, as with any good politician, most of the time once they get into this position, they like the cushiness, and that they, some don't represent the Darrow's cause as well, some do. And she believes that the council is basically instigating the issues that are happening here in town and is the cause for everything, and that is will be leading the Darrow in an insurrection of the town. That's what she believes. And the council is located in the south? The council are just Darrow. Darrows don't have any type of formal buildings here in Gracklestug at all. They have their places that the Darrow live on the east and west side, and the east side is probably more where the council members live. But if you're looking for a chamber or some type of building and all that, there is no such thing.
Well, we could take that info and go to the east, but I'm going to be like, hey, your reasoning definitely sounds sound, but is there no third faction, some minor player that might be making a push while all this chaos is going on?
She doesn't believe so. You get the feeling.
If there was one, who's next on the list? Who's the people that you wouldn't regard?
She does not consider anybody else. You get you see a one-track mind with her.
All right. Okay.
Yep. That she believes that it's
all signs point to Droki.
Yeah, that she believes that the council is involved and that she's doing whatever she can to win favor with the Deep King by bringing this conspiracy and the council to light.
Kaz, while they do what they do you want to make your way to the east and see about the Eastern Droki?
Yeah, the Eastern Darrow.
Well, Eastern Darrow there, Droki doesn't.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. Well, you just see basically it's almost no different from the western side. It's just cleaner.
But if this is where the Council of the Savant are, maybe we can figure something out. Are they just as nasty towards outsiders?
Yes.
No, he said on the east. Well, I thought you said on the east it's not as dangerous to travel.
Yeah, the east says the East Clefts are more recently settled after the Darrow earned their freedom and are only slightly less rough than the west. So it's a little bit cleaner. There's a little bit more structure there, but the Darrow in general despise any and all other living creatures down here.
I'm just going to go hide in some fungus bush, and if I see him, I'm going to jump on him.
So while y'all are doing that, all right, and handling that, now we take Act 2. Ruckus is interrogating Darendale, Sereth, and Jim Jar.
I wouldn't say interrogating, I'd say conversating.
And what would you like to know about these three individuals?
basically, I want to find out what use they're going to be when this guy shows up. And I was kind of thinking about like what combat abilities they had, and I know Sereth is a Drow, so he's got Fairy Fire and Dancing Lights or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. When he wants to use them, if he feels like it.
I mean, if he wants to stay with us and stay alive, then yeah, he'll use it when we tell him. But yeah, it was just that.
Jim Jargo's want to bet.
Yeah.
He'll take that bet. He
Bet
laughs.
against them. Pedro will
Jim-
bet against Ginger.
All right. Well, while that's going on and you're chatting with them, you will get it's there's Topsy and Turvy have not shown up. And Durless, who are you with? Are you with Ruckus, right?
Yeah, they're together.
Dirt's with them. Is Dirt back? Oh, or did he go make a drink?
My mic was off.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I
So
am back.
how do you communicate with? Well, okay. So Wobble is just a familiar, right?
Correct.
Okay. So he has to be within 100 feet of you to be able to communicate with you.
Or does he disappear after that, or what happens to him?
I don't think he disappears. I just think that for you to be able to chat with him. Let me see.
Looking it up.
Find familiar. When you're familiar with 100 feet of you, you can communicate with him telepathically. There you go.
Okay.
And you can also see through his eyes. Well, you haven't seen or heard from him in a while.
I'm pretty sure he would get nervous about me and come back.
How long though?
He's kind of clingy.
He is kind of clingy.
Yeah, he's kind of clingy. Yeah.
Roll me a. Persuasion.
Ooh, one of my least favorite stats.
There you go. It's still not bad.
Nice.
Okay. So yeah. So Wobble he comes. You get a perception of him that he's made his way. I can see your whispers, dude. Just so you know. So I'm just muddle through stuff. Yeah, you guys got to muddle through all this. That's right. You got to figure this out. This is another Tomoa-chan moment for y'all.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
but I don't mind you seeing.
I'm teasing. I know.
The whisper, but so my question is there stuff that our characters should be able to figure out that we as players are missing?
No,
like, is there a
not
piece
right
of
now.
information?
You're having to ask questions and go through this down here. This is not this whole environment is very foreign to y'all.
No, and I agree.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that it isn't difficult.
You might not be asking the right questions. You might not be doing the right stuff. So
right.
Okay,
but that's exactly my point. I, as a character or as a player, may not. But would a character that has an intelligence of 18 know better questions to ask?
Maybe.
You see? So if Dirt is sitting there behind the computer and he's like, well, I'm not really understanding what's happening. But, I mean, Dirtless, the character, is a very smart person.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a question that he might ask that we have not?
I would go that route if I wasn't wanting y'all to try to figure some of this out on your own and role play it out yourself and have some of that fun. You know what I'm saying? I hear what you're saying. That is your character smarter than you?
Oh yeah,
So,
my guy is.
All right. So
Yeah.
as long
Mine
as
too.
And that's true. And that's a fair question to ask. And that, that's totally legit. And so some of the stuff I'm leading to you. Other times we're trying to get you, also getting you so befuddled and muzzled here that you're trying to figure out which way's up. And then all of a sudden the clue will be right. Has the clue been right in front of you now? No, you haven't discovered it yet. So, but we're getting you closer here. So, and yes, I have to sometimes throw breadcrumbs out there for you to go find it. Yeah. So,
and
I don't mind all this.
I mean,
I like all of this, trying to figure out what's going on, and I like Clue.
Here comes a
Clue's
piece.
awesome.
Yeah, here comes a piece right now because Wobble's going to come back, and he's a little lost because Topsy and Turvy got into a couple of fights with each other. They also get a little drinking. He gives you a little report that they're running amok. That, oh God, what were y'all thinking? Letting those two go off unsupervised. And however, they was a moment, and how he got separated from them is that they thought there was a sign, or that they saw Droki walking around. And when they went to chase off after him, they did lose him, and they thought they had him cornered. And 1 minute they're just floored by how fast he moves through the crowd, and he seems to know the streets and the alleys better than anything that they've ever seen in their lives. They thought they were good trackers, and their abilities and the abilities that they have to track and to smell and all that. And they lost this guy. They were pissed, and that's what started a fight between the two of them, because they were starting to blame each other for losing him in one of the back alleys. And Wobble fell out of the bag while they were fighting, and he comes running back toward the gate, and he comes into contact with you, and they were tracking, and they've come across, they stopped. They thought they were looking around in some of the alleyways and some of the tunnel areas, and they found one that looked kind of different to them, and it was kind of set off to the side of a couple of buildings and a dump area, and they didn't go into it because they weren't instructed to. They were kind of keeping out, and they were having fun drinking. But there is a narrow fissure that they found in the chasm wall that was there were some scraps of cloth and some gray sheets kind of covering over it, and there was some moldy boxes. It was wasn't too well hidden, but they were able to kind of smell it out a little bit, and it doesn't look like it has been used a little bit, but it's definitely not something that's traversed a lot. But they did find a couple of tracks, and they kind of saw it, and they said they were going to put it on their list to go look at later. That's when they saw Droki, and when they went to chase after him, his ability to move in and out of the crowd at the speed at which he was doing it, and his tracking and his turning and all that, got them bumfuzzled, and then they got pissed at each other, and they've lost track of time, and then they lost Wobble. So Wobble's back at the front gate saying, "Come get him, please." Can he come home? Can he come home, Daddy?
Did Wobble convey how far from the gate that
No, he has he had no idea. No, he doesn't know where it's at. Not with everything that was going on, because then they're tracking around and lost sight of stuff in the hovel area and all that. So no, he has no idea where it's at. But Topsy and Turvy might, if they paid attention. But he goes, "Yeah, good luck with that."
Wobble says good luck with that.
Yeah,
Yep.
to Dirtless.
Snarky little shit.
Well, it's he's pissed about being left with those two in this smelly little bag, and then getting rolled around, and and the trouble they were getting into, and listening to them two rant and rave.
They're probably slapping each other with Wobble in the bag.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And then the chase and the fight and all that, and he got tossed out in this muck, and he's in the filth, and he's going to need a good bath after this, and he's pissed at Dirtless because there were other animals and creatures watching him and looking at him that he was fearful for, and so he says, "Can I come home now? Can you?" Because I think he's just a familiar, so you can dismiss him, right? I think so.
Yes, I can.
Yeah. So he's a little perturbed. He would like to have, would like to go soak a hot bath.
I'll dismiss him and let him clean up, and then I'll call him back later when needed. How about that?
Perfect. He goes, "Thank you."
Do familiars have feelings?
Sure. It's a weasel. I used to own ferrets, so your ferret has feelings. Okay.
He does.
Yes, he does. All right.
I usually stop stealing my socks.
Now, mine stole my keys all the time. They were love keys, man. All right. So while that's going on, you can report that up. I would assume you report that back to Ruckus and the rest of the group there.
Nope, I keep it all secret.
Keep it all to yourself. Okay.
Yeah. Nobody heard that.
Nobody heard that. All right.
Your characters don't know what that.
No.
All right,
Of course, I
so-
let everybody know what like Topsy and Turby are having a rough time. Maybe we should.
And the only thing that so that covers. So we've got Anthandrix with you guys, and Vars. The only thing you really know your character is that every now and then you're gagged and blindfolded, and that's all you know in your life
Is he
right
getting
now.
beat or whipped or anything?
No, he had nothing. He does. That's all I'm saying. He's gagged and bound. That's all he knows. Or is
Can
he?
you smell-
Could I be throwing you off?
Bupedo.
What's
No.
my safe word?
No,
I
but
want to know my
but
safe word.
safe word.
Harder.
Yeah. But Stool is there with you, so I will send Actually, I'm gonna. Stool will send you a message later on, Vars, because his spores. He's in a pouch with you, and has not been disturbed. But he's you'll get a message from him later. So, okay. Back to the dwarves, and to Hondo and Thendrick and the dwarves and Banjo. You guys make your way back outside. What are we doing?
I guess we should go and either head back to the crime scene and see if we could find something, or just head back and meet with Ruckus and try to catch Troki.
Well, I say if the crime scene is on the way, and by that I think you mean where he disappeared.
Yeah.
If it's on the way, let's check it out. If not, we'll just meet back up with them.
Yeah, we'll check that out then.
So,
And
go ahead.
to how much is a healing potion?
50 gold.
Okay.
Y'all should each have one in your inventory. You should at least be able to carry one. Y'all have some though.
I
Yes.
have a few of them.
Mhm.
I have like a superior healing and
Yeah,
a
you
potion
won
of
one,
healing.
but if
and a greater healing. I have 3 of them.
but if you're wanting to buy, you could buy one in town for 50 gold.
All right. And what is it listed under?
Well, Hondo, you've got 2 in your inventory.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What's it listed under?
Potion of healing. I'm not sure what you're asking me. You talking about in the equipment guide? You could, you want to buy another one?
Well,
It's an adventuring gear, but
Yeah, it's adventure gear. Yeah, under normal items. Yeah, if you're trying to find it. Yeah.
all right, gotcha. What's the next upgrade from there? And are they?
The next upgrade is greater healing potion. You would have to search for somebody to make you those. You in town and all that, you can find anything under common and adventuring gear, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a greater healing.
As long as we're in town, if we spend the gold, we can grab a potion of healing.
Correct.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
I usually let my party members, I'll let you carry up to 2 apiece that you would normally able to buy. If you find more, that's up and above extra. But for holding on and all that, a character for yourselves can carry 2 apiece. Okay.
Well, now we have been given some, so some of that too.
That's fine. That's totally legit there. I'm just talking about if you're down legally 2, you can replenish up to 2. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, are you okay if I spend 100 gold and get 2 more?
To give, but you have 2 already.
Yeah, it was given to me. I know for a fact 1 was given.
Oh, well, you have to be. So if you've got the 2, that's if they're given to you, that's fine. You use those, but until you're out again, you can have up to 2 outside any other you're given that you would use. So I'm saying you've got 2, you got to run out.
Okay, I see.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so I won't buy one. But
there you go.
Good info.
So I should sell back the 6 I bought last time.
Exactly. Yeah. At a
I have a
profit.
feeling that stuff's about to go down, so I just wanted to start stocking up.
Hey, you should give me the 2 potions that you have, and then go buy 2 more.
Are you out?
No, I'm not. I've got 2.
I would say I thought y'all
but
restocked and all that. Yeah.
If I give them to you, then you technically haven't bought them, but I'm technically
Now. Nice try, pal.
Here, let me whisper it in chat so that he doesn't know. All right, I'm sorry to interrupt, guys.
No, you're fine. All right, so you guys are making your way. Okay, so south of the docks, I've got a little square over here, was where she reported that they saw him running around, walking, making his way, talking to himself, and he was just doing his thing, and they tried to corner him in a back alley of this little building area, and when they moved into the alleyways from both sides, he was gone.
All right, so me and Banjo and the rest of the group that's with us will go investigate, because since that is on our way.
That's fine. Y'all can make your way over there. Then you see what do you want to know?
Well, I want to know, is there anything that looks like, is there something he could have slipped behind, a tunnel, whatever that might have allowed him to elude them, or is there anything that
that you see? There's trash. There's a couple of back doors to the shops that are there.
Can you just open the door to the shop? Could I just walk in through the back door?
Yes. One of them you could. And it's just a simple little, it's a dispensary of herbs and such. Simple. It's a simple shop. And it's, the Durgar yell at you, when you walk in the back door and all that. Who the hell are you? Use the front door, imbecile.
No, I flash him the badge and the insignia. And
that's what the guard, he looks at your badge, and they go, and you get even more disdain when you do that, because Durgar would never wear accoutrements like that. And
I say Black Skull sent me to investigate a crime that occurred here, and you can comply with me, or you can answer to her.
Just go get her then. Get out of my shop, vermin.
Are you not even gonna let me roll for whether or not he believes?
He doesn't care. Because you're a dwarf and this is a Durgar, and you came in the back door of his shop, and you don't belong here, earth above ground scum.
I said there was a Darrow that used that back door to elude the guard.
Not in my shop, there isn't. Get out of here before I call the guard.
Call him. Are you complicit? Are you aiding and abetting? Call the guard right now.
They've already been here, pal. They've already searched. I've already answered all their questions.
Well, then you're going to answer mine.
He just turns and walks off. Get the hell out of my shop. I don't need to talk to you. You're not
I'm
in
not
charge around
leaving.
here.
I start looking. I start like turning his shop over. I start looking underneath things. Anything that someone might have slipped through, I start looking.
Roll me a perception check.
All right.
While this is happening, I stand next to Handle and look menacing.
Ferris, are you back?
No, he's Thandrick.
God damn it! All right, hey, can Kaz roll the same thing? Because he'll be.
He didn't. He said he didn't walk in the shop. It was just you.
Well, yeah, but he was AFK though, so he and I are working together. We would have walked in together.
Yeah, you want it.
I am with Handle right now. I said that I was.
Yeah, your Thandrick's with you, and he's kind of interrupting you. He's kind of stepping around, and he's causing you grief. All
right. Well, can he roll or someone roll?
Yeah, he rolled, and he.
Forget it.
You don't find anything. This shop looks clean. There's no.
I'm entertained being medicine.
Do we have to wait for Kaz to come back to roll or what?
You're not going to find anything.
Oh, okay. Then we'll move on.
There you go. Just so you know.
All right.
Yep.
Because when you made us roll,
because you're going to roll, but the storyline will go where the storyline goes. But you don't find anything. So the shop looks clean. Yep, there's Kaz.
There it is. Bam!
Yeah.
We find everything.
Yep. You find a shop and an angry Durgar that's looking outside for some stone guard, and you're pressing your luck. You believe.
Come on, guys, let's stop.
How do you do that, man?
How do you do that?
What kind of shop is it?
It was just a little herb shop. Remember, it was just there wasn't anything special about it. Yeah.
Okay. I say, do you have any basil?
Stop bothering these grumpy raisins, guys.
Okay, let's go. We're on the move.
Okay. All right, so y'all make the move out. But yeah, so you search the area, and there's nothing. There's just a simple alleyway, and it does kind of perplex you. We'll look at that, and you're searching that. It seems like this should have been an open closed deal if they truly did what they said they did. There's no way that you could get out of the alleyway with people on both sides of it.
All right,
but he did.
Is this a place where we could make an intelligence roll?
I'm giving it to you. I'm giving it to you.
Investigation. No,
yeah, you can roll it up. Both of you can roll whatever you want.
Well, I don't want to roll if it's not
20.
Yeah. So
you're not even there.
But you're not even there, Dirtless.
Damn.
There you go. All right, Banjo. Yeah, Banjo found a toenail. Okay,
there's his toenail.
He found his, and Hondo is even worse. Okay, yes, he apparently had enough time while he was doing that. He was able to clip his toenails, put his shoes back on, and still beat the Durgar before they surrounded him in the alleyway.
If I'm not there, I'm going to be right back after the rest.
Thandrick, roll investigation. You might find yourself, or Varys.
Varys, Thandrick, roll an investigation for them, please. For yourself.
Yes, I will.
Come on, please be a natural 20.
It's a +1, so yeah, I have to be.
But it could be above 15.
Yes!
Talk about calling
Varys and Peter just walk by holding hands, and everybody's all like, yeah.
DJ, yes, this is the three stooges here, pal. So we don't need to mess with them. This is just them bumbling and fumbling. And guess what? You found a full clip of toenails cut here in a nice little pile made with a smiley face. And
we know he's groomed then.
He is a well-groomed individual. Yep, it looks like he maybe even had to been able to shave a little bit. And Yeah, but once again, this, you find nothing out of the ordinary here. You don't find a secret passageway. You don't see a tunnel. The back doors, yeah, he would have come in the shop, but he would have made it out the side if he'd gone through. But, the Durgar, you don't get a sense, from him that he gave a damn about it. But that's all you could discern at the moment. And that they will tell you this. So the one item is that he came in from the south tunnel, part of the tunnel or the alleyway, and got out there. If he got out, he had to have gone north. That's the only valuable clue that you're able to discern from this. One minute they had their eyes on him, the next minute, pew. Okay.
So the north, that's where Menzo Barazian is. He must be working with the
No, north toward the docks. Oh my God.
Yeah, but I'm not wrong. Menzo whatever's up there.
That's
So
way far away.
I'm gonna put my 12 intellect towards this.
Exactly. Yeah. No, your intelligence of 4, that last roll. Yeah.
I'll be like, God damn, Kaz. He's working with the Dro. It's bigger than we thought.
Okay. Back to our boys at the south. So while that's going on, and I'm assuming y'all are making y'all's way back to the guardhouse, for God's sakes, please.
Yeah, we want to find this Droki.
Well, you filter through, and you don't get any more sense that Droki, you haven't seen or heard of him. Okay, and you even ask around a couple of spots, and there are a few people that will give you the blow off. There will a few people that recognize the description that you give of Droki, and that he does move around in the Dark Lake District. They, no one gives you any idea about who or what he does, who he works for, but that he's, he does put up a good chase to the Durgar, and, they've heard of him. Okay. But it is a little uncanny that, they've heard of him, but they have no idea who or what he does, works for, things like that. That definitely comes to the top of the searching, the discovery that y'all make. Now,
he's like Robin Hood or something.
He's mysterious. He is a mysterious creature that makes his way in through the area. Now, while that's going on, we're back down to Ruckus and Dirtless and the crew. And as y'all make y'all's way back, Topsy and Turvy will come back into play here. They come back up to the guardhouse, and they're a little drunk. They're a little worse for wear. They, kind of, clean. They're very filthy than normal, and they go, "What's up? What's going on? We didn't find him anywhere. We thought we found him, but he got away. Sorry. He's a sneaky little bastard. Man, is he quick too. He can move." If you're talking, Ruckus, you're muted.
No, I wasn't. I was going to let you finish.
Waiting for the snoring.
You want to know this is the good stuff. I mean, we're so...
Yeah,
and they kind of look at Derlit. "We lost your Weasel. Sorry. We don't know where he's at."
And I show him Weasel.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna point at Weasel and I'm be like, "We got a full account of what happened, and you two have some explaining to do."
And they kind of look at each other, and they kind of and they point at each other. "It was his fault. No, it was your fault. You're master. And they start wrestling again. And they,
I'm
your
gonna
fault.
pick
You
them
lost
up
them.
by
And
their
they,
scruffs.
yeah, okay. So no, and they're kicking at each other like little kids, and they're trying to grab each other, and you see that their whiskers kind of grow a little long, and maybe their noses kind of become snouts a little bit, and
I would like to try to channel my inner werepanther and just like roar at them.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage. You haven't used it in a while.
Persuasion or intimidation?
Either one, buddy. You call it.
Oh,
With
damn it.
advantage. With advantage. Roll it again.
Algorithm's fucking me.
Worst intimidation check ever.
Ruckus, we need to practice more, I think.
I think we do too.
Actually, can we have? Let's have Ruckus role play it, and then you can decide.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm not good. That's funny though. So instead of a roar, we get a meow out of Ruckus, and it's like a frog in his throat, and he catches himself for a second, and you clop the two heads against each other, and you tell them to shut up, and they both kind of then you see them they calm back down and they begin to revert back to their Darrow forms. And they both look at you a little sheepishly, and they sorry, we haven't been off on our own in a while. It was kind of fun, but we did find a spot that y'all should go check out. It was kind of dirty and musty and all that, and it smelled kind of funky, and it didn't belong where we found it. It was just kind of weird, but we made it. I think we can find it again, but we're gonna have to take chances to go in deep into the territory, and you guys can check it out and see what you think. But it was kind of weird place. I never smelt a tunnel like this before.
Okay.
Good thought. Yeah. Let's. We have to. We got to get the rest of the group together because we need to find out what they found out.
Okay. So while y'all are doing that and having the discussion, our other party members will make their way into the guardhouse, and we're standing in the back watching this go down, and they giggled a little bit, and then kind of when they walked in the door. So everybody's back at the guardhouse.
And then we reiterate what Topsy and Turvy found, that there might be like this, secret entryway, but it's going to take a little bit to get there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they were Varys' toenails, Banjo. I think they were supposed to be Drokies.
They were Drokies. Yes. They were Drokies. That's gross.
So I'll tell them, hey, look, man, we didn't figure out anything what we've already known. I'm not that smart, and Captain Blackskull doesn't like us that much.
No, you reiterate back, that she'd already said that to y'all before. I just didn't know y'all had forgotten it, so I figured I'd let her slap y'all in the face again with that, and that's yes, so y'all advance that, and y'all tell, I guess, Dirtless, you tell them exactly what?
Yeah, I tell them about the barrels and the cloth and everything, and about how far that Wobble thought it was from us. Am I mic on?
Yeah, you're on.
Yeah.
Listen to you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yep.
Still find this jokey guy.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to ask Topsy and Turvy to lead us to the the fissure or the
In
tunnel.
the most
or-
discreet way possible,
yeah.
without getting into bar fights on the way there.
I mean, which for us is probably going to be like 5 bar fights.
Yeah.
We'll just go when most of the Darrow are sleeping or whatever.
So during the day.
Yeah, whatever that is.
True. Okay. So y'all are gonna make. So is everybody's gonna get cleaned up or get together, and we're gonna make our way, and you're gonna have them show you where you think the tunnel's at. Correct.
Correct.
All right. So
And
y'all.
we're not taking any shit from anyone. So none of these Darrow better step out of line. Otherwise, we're going to...
You're gonna walk. We're gonna walk in like we own the place.
Oh dear God.
We should probably avoid showing those badges, so I would definitely put those away where they won't be seen.
You're supposed to have under your shirt collars. Yeah, your or coat collars, anything
Yeah,
like
nobody
that.
can
Yes.
see them unless we flash them. Yeah.
Okay. So 1 second. You guys are going to make your way into the Darrow, the West Cleft area, and y'all have been walking along, and they take you along a couple of back alleyways and a few little structures, and you come into an open little area, and here's where we find ourselves. I'm gonna bring everybody down.
I hope these
one.
Darrow are level 1, man.
I don't. I want to murder something.
I'm pretty sure it's coming. So.
No way, you think? All right.
I see a fly on your shoulder, Lucas.
Okay. All right. So, yes, y'all are making your way. You come into an alleyway, and up ahead of you in this map that you see is a little open area and building. And hold on, don't you move your ass, buddy. And
Just put myself up front.
yeah, and you look up ahead. You see a couple little alcove areas, and running out of it, dun dun dun. Yeah, you guys go ahead and roll me initiative.
Oh, yay!
Are some Darrow screaming at you. Get up! They're here! Kill them all!
Yes, we're tired of you. We're tired of you, Darrow bastards.
I'm like, listen, you know, we've come in peace. We're just trying to get through the alleyway.
I mean, yes. We do not mean to harm you.
We're gonna kill you all.
We'll kill you first, you bastards! I mean, no.
Says our priest. Yeah.
I know. Our bipolar priest.
Yeah.
Madness is getting to Hondo. No.
Yeah.
I'll give you some funny noises.
He misses
go.
me. That's what's happening.
Nice.
Something tells me that Eldith is going to cut through these assholes like butter.
All right, who's first up? Yeah, okay. So Topsy and Turvy, they're gonna step back and they go, "Oh no, we were worried about this." And they kind of look at each other and they go, "We'll just kind of look away for a moment. Don't hurt them too bad." And they will pass their turns because they're not into. Oh shit, Duffy did that wrong. All right. Dern. All right, and Jim Jar
Yep.
runs
If
up
I
here.
can take Eldith if you want me to.
Yeah, you're a runner, so I'm just there. I'm gonna let y'all run this. It's the NPCs are they're kind of watching. Thandrick, you're first.
Yay, I'm first. I move here.
Are you doing the are you accumulating points stuff for viewers this tonight?
Yeah, they can now. I just hadn't been, they can spin stuff. Oh yeah, if you're watching, as long as they're watching, they always accumulate. Oh yeah, so
Are the announcements up?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Why?
My Mimic subscription is up, so
Oh.
I just wanted to see.
Well, so how did you get a Mimic subscription?
Well, okay, so
Yeah,
you can.
I'm not very good.
No, yeah. Well, I had Game Wisp, which is one of the services that you can subscribe to. Before they started doing the partners or the affiliate programs for Twitch, and so there were a couple like him that subscribed to the service before you could do it through Twitch, and so either way. You can subscribe, you can let that go up and then move it over to Twitch if you want to and run it that way. It's up to you, or you don't have to give me money at all. So, it's up to you, but
Yeah, you see, I was subscribing before subscribing was even
cool. That's right. Exactly. All right. Ruckus.
And I'm pretty sure my Twitch subscription ran out, so I'll just log on in a minute and renew that.
Yeah. If you're doing the Prime one, it has to be renewed every 30 days.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it has, so I'll be on in a minute to do that.
Been able to feed my kids.
Yeah.
Ruckus.
Or your cat.
Yeah.
We all know that's beer money.
See,
Duff.
there you go, Bad. That's right. See, Bad just did Twitch Prime. Thank you. I really appreciate it. All right, Ruck, what are you doing? Is he here?
No, I am. I'm just trying to think about what I want to do.
Sorry.
Q stuff. That's pretty easy. You just go and slam your sword, mace, whatever you have on.
Oh, okay.
Did that go through?
Haven't seen anything yet.
I'm gonna not move there. I'm gonna stay where I was. And I'm gonna ready an action. And as soon as somebody gets within 30 feet of me, you can't move on a ready action, right? You just
That's
have an
correct. You
action
can, yeah,
ready?
yeah,
Okay.
it's right. Uh-huh.
As soon as somebody gets within 40 feet of me, I'm going to shoot him with a crossbow.
Okay. Banjo.
All right, I'm gonna take a shot at the one that number 2 that Kendrick shot at. Oh God.
Nicely done. No, I'm not worried about that. You just missed. Yeah. It was...
Oh, so you're not gonna do it?
No, you're fine. You just missed. So. Eldith. What do you want me to do, Hondo? You big sexy dwarf man.
Oh my God! And here I thought we were gonna get through one session.
Hell no, baby. Because I'm still mad at you too. You haven't treated me nicely lately.
She's been with us the whole time, so she knows what we're doing. I don't know what languages she speaks.
Language of love, Hondo, my man.
Yeah.
Trust me, Hondo's illiterate.
Common and Dwarven.
So she'll call out in common that we're not here for you. We don't wish to harm you, but she will ready a bow shot should they attack. Mm-hmm. And she'll ready it on I guess just the first arrow that attacks.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I let him go to get a bath and everything, so he's not back yet.
Yeah, I pull him off the side. Okay.
Okay.
Hondo.
So I will also move up. I will reiterate what she said. And let me just double check. Yeah, and then I will ready Sacred Flame. If they attack, I'll unleash Sacred Flame.
Okay. All right. Well, they move. You see them move here like this. They all do this. They all pull out these little light crossbows and they fire at Thandrick. Oh boy. So yeah, they pull out these little light repeating crossbows and they begin to fire.
Bandrick the Mandrick can take it.
So y'all can, whoever y'all want to shoot at, y'all go right ahead because they're all firing at him.
Do we need to roll to see if we understand that they're okay with us, but they just hate Thandrick?
They definitely have madness in their eyes, and they didn't seem to understand what she said at all. Just so you know.
He's
get that out of there, Daryl.
Daryl 4's got to do a resistance thing because I'm still using the Dro poison crossbow bolts.
Okay, 1 second. All right. Well, I'm letting everybody do their rolls. Get it out of the way. Okay, and Darrow 4 will shoot now. Now he's got to do a con save. Is that what you're saying? He missed.
I don't. No. I did one before because I have 2 attacks.
I missed with your advantage. Sorry, DJ. Okay, so what do I need to do for him though, Daryl number 4? Or do you have?
Yeah,
this?
I'm pulling up.
You're pulling it up. Okay.
The hand crossbow. He's got to make a con save of 13.
Oh, that's intelligence. Sorry, wrong one.
If he fails by more than 5, he is unconscious.
He just falls to the ground.
Okay.
Is Prince Darendel not attacking with us?
I was letting y'all handle it, so yeah, y'all you don't need their help, do you?
No.
Stay safe.
I mean, they could stand in front of us and absorb some damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
Well, the damn Darrow aren't hitting the broadside of a barn with these damn attacks.
I thought they get like a +4 too. Oh, there's funny.
Yeah, they're missing. Yeah.
I'm about to hit them with a barn.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much. I mean, I think 2 hits. All right, Vargas is missing. Dirtless. I figure we get a quick combat in, and we're gonna hold it after this combat for the next session before y'all enter the cave.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. Whoa, what is that?
Whoa, nice.
He dropped something on him. That was a fireball. I should have known. And how did you get all of them? How did you?
No, I didn't get. I only
didn't?
got the.
I was about to
I
say
get one half of the screen.
Okay, boom. They explode.
And then he goes and hides in the corner.
Yes.
Oh, dirt.
Thandrick.
You hit on the wrong side, man. You're still in line of sight for like 3 of the Duro.
Yeah.
Well, I'm expecting. Look at all those people in front of me: Hondo, Ruckus, Banjo.
Yeah, you think they take all that damage for you? You know.
Yeah, they're gonna absorb all the blow.
Hondo and I take a knee.
I'm still shorter than you when you take a knee.
That's true.
I'm like 3 feet tall, maybe.
It's the dwarven meat shield he's got in front of him.
All right, Thandrick, you moved up.
Attack.
That's a hit.
Nice.
Okay.
Very nice.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Nice job, Thandrick.
Let's go, Varus.
No, it's Thandrick. Varus is missing.
Is it
Varus.
Varus or
It's
is it Varus
Thandrick.
or Varus?
Varys, Varys.
Hendrik, no here. Now, just in case that's my real name, what you said. For real.
Oh, I forgot
It's
that.
Boris.
Boris.
I can't wait to see you in Wisconsin, Varys.
Man, Ruckus, you really
November.
rolling it up there,
November.
buddy.
That would be
look at that.
awesome.
Damn.
You guys don't go to GaryCon?
Nah, that we didn't get what we wanted out of it.
Yeah, we
So
talked about it, but yeah.
next year, definitely.
Yeah, next year we're gonna go. And
Better
Gamehole
go.
Con, even better.
I'm gonna take a shot at number 7.
No.
I'll action surge and.
Why have you got damage duty 6 on twice? What is that?
One of it is for surprise attack, and the other is for a sneak attack.
Oh, gotcha.
Ooh, nice.
I'll go ahead and move up towards the rest of the group and use a cunning action to get within, actually to that spot.
Okay. Eldith.
She will take one shot and miss.
She has 2 shots. She's
Yep.
got.
Yep. She'll take the second
Oh,
shot.
gotcha.
And tag him. And damage dropping.
Ooh, no.
She'll close him out. And then I believe you have to pass.
I do.
Okay.
Wobble, Sarah, stool, Hondo.
I'll let her know that was a fine shot, Eldith. Fine shot.
Just for you, sweetie pie.
I've seen better.
As a brother might compliment his sister, that was well done.
Yeah.
You're more than a
What you
brother,
guys,
baby.
what you guys have done, that's gross.
Nothing but just the camaraderie of the road, as it were.
I got your camaraderie for you, baby.
Nope, nothing but a platonic, respectful relationship.
No strings attached.
is
That's right.
happening here.
That's right, baby.
He passed, so I will pass my turn.
I distracted you. I'm sorry, sweetie pie.
Nope, this is strictly professional. Nothing but respect and above board.
Hit. As a 1d4. Now, what does this do? If the target's creature or dare can choose to deal try to. Okay. No, he hit you. Alright. So. Wait. Oh. This one will run up to.
I'm worried that the slightest comment might set her off. So I'm very. I don't want her to go hide in a hole.
Oh, he tried to. He hooked you with this spear, and he tried to trip you up, Thandrick, and he was unable to pull your leg out from under you. Durless.
I'm gonna move right there.
Well, this combat didn't take long.
No, I was expecting it to take a little bit longer.
I did it too.
Says
we'll
the guy
still-
who dropped a fireball
Yeah,
on
it's
it.
a fireball.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, well, the thing that Duff needs to start doing is just throw some fodder, get him to burn his fireballs, and then just slam us.
Okay.
Don't give him any hint.
DJ will help out with that. One of the viewers. He'd be more than glad to help out with that.
No. No.
I've still got the whistle, so I'll be good.
Oh, yeah, well, so there it is then. How about if DJ buys us a magic? We all get magic.
Oh, DJ, I know when to call DJ out. I know when to ask for his help. So,
I just got this.
he is
cool
ready
magic
and
crystal
waiting.
thing. After they're dead, I'm gonna use the crystal and talk to them all.
Ooh.
Have a group party.
who just died? Who are you killing? Who's killing what the hell?
Dirt wants to be a necromancer.
I got that crystal. I can just talk to the dead. I don't have to
Yeah.
resurrect them.
Thandrick.
That'd be funny though if you became a necromancer, a rock gnome wizard.
Yeah,
Wizard,
very cool.
necromancer.
Yeah. All right, I should kill him. Yep. Thought so. All right. The last arrow goes down, and you take yourself out of combat, and you happen to notice that they go in. We're just right around the corner, and the where is it? Dun, 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 dun. You find, yes, they're able to find this little wall that has got a little fissure in it, and it's got a couple of tracks of small footprint tracks of a Darrow, type shoe that goes in and out, and it's hidden by some scraps of cloth, gray sheets, and like I said, some moldy boxes, and it's just big enough. Kind of look in there, and it looks like it's tall and wide enough for a medium creature to squeeze through for the first 10 feet, but then it becomes a little bit smaller, average of 5 feet in width, a little bit tighter. So luckily you don't have the Furbolg here with you, or he might be stuck. And then you also notice that it kind of goes a little downward. It seems to be going down, and the only other thing that you kind of notice is that there are wisps of this fog kind of floats in and out of it. It's an airy fog. It's kind of, fogs, but this looks a little different. And it just, every now and then, a little waft of it just comes kind of floating out and kind of blends in with the clothes and the cloths that's sitting there. But it has a little pungent smell to it. And that is where we'll hold. Dun, dun, dun.
We're holding at the clouds.
We're holding, yes. Before you is a small entrance, and you kind of see, it's you're going to enter in, and you are going to begin to make your way down this tunnel that has this dirty, and you see some footprints, you see some tracks, but it's definitely it's not something that's traveled a lot. Let's put it that way. Okay?
Cool.
Alrighty, folks. We're going to hold there for the evening. And did I give you all your XP for that lovely little fight? Wasn't much. Oh, lots of XP there for that one.
I think we should get bonus XP for role-playing and crap like that.
Yeah, what about all the stuff we figured out?
Yeah.
Is there no XP for figuring stuff out?
XP for being smart people?
For being smart ass people, you mean? Well, let's see. Okay, fine. I'll give you some.
I need less than 200 more.
There you go.
I need 200. Not even 200.
Give us level 7. That's what we need. I need 480.
I know. I'm trying to see what this is at. So it looks like
I don't even need 200. I need 166.
You are so close. Oh my lord.
I need 106.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
Next month.
1,076, please.
Exactly. A little close. All right, we're going to hold. We're going to hold there, but I was trying to see, is there, and I was going to look to see, there were a few,
I get double the XP because, Wobble.
DM discretion.
I know.
Wobble was amazing.
Y'all want y'all to be this powerful before y'all venture in there.
Yes, you do.
How far off are y'all? Who's the farthest off? Thandrick?
Banjo. No, we don't care about Thandrick. Get Banjo to 7. The rest of us to 7. Thandrick can stay 6.
Yeah. He's got to put in a little more work.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, if we wanted to,
yeah.
if you were gonna do it, you could just do the whatever checkpoint thing and just have everybody level.
It's a milestone.
Yeah,
it's a milestone. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine with it.
I like to see
Just
my numbers roll.
everybody set your experience to 22,999, and then have Duff give you whatever 2 experience.
But I'm already at 22,833.
Yeah, he's yeah.
The thing is, I would say Thandrick, but he hasn't been here, so
No,
he
I
hasn't
don't
had
know.
experience.
It's just if we're gonna level y'all up, we'll just level everybody up. Y'all are so close. Trying to see what do we have. Hold on, let me look at this real quick.
We've had the interactions, the role play, the dealing with the giants, dealing with the.
Oh, giants were scary. Come on.
Well, I mean, it's been role play should be rewarded. We at least attempted to play, so.
We didn't attempt. We role played.
Yeah, there's just another way to play, basically.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta think, like, what's the average experience?
It's like you're trying to convince Duff, and it sounds like he's already thinking about.
I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see what's coming up, where y'all are at, and what y'all could run into. And I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I want to hold on because it's. Yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to see that y'all will use it anytime soon. All right. Move everybody to 2,300, 23,000.
Sweet.
Oh, yes. Level 7. That's a big deal, man.
Move yourself to 23,000, and then I think it's 50. Well, that makes it 46. So I think it's 48,000, I think is the next level.
Oh, my God. That's a lot of spiders we got to kill, man.
Yes, bump yourself up to 40. Bump yourself to 23,000 even, and the next one is 34,000.
34.
All right, 34.
Yeah, I thought they doubled it, but not, at that level it doesn't go like that. So,
Are you gonna leave this on so we can?
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. No, we're still streaming. Everybody can chat, and we may DJ or a couple other people that are watching. We want to thank everybody, and we'll see everybody Saturday night for the Ladies of Force Majeure, working the tease that we're doing is that I'll be chatting with the digital DM this weekend. We are going to put a show on together this next month. And we are going to spend the day, I think we're trying to look at a Friday, I think, just teasing, but we're not going to tell everything that's going on. But we've got some stuff, and he's talking to me, and he just moved over here to El Paso to my, into Texas. So he's gotten himself settled in, and we've been trying to throw something together. And so we're going to talk about it this weekend, and then we'll put the date out on when that night's going to be and have everybody come on. And you guys, I know, like Condo Endures, we're talking about the painting stuff. We'll talk about some stuff there too, because I'm about ready to do that. So I want to go ahead and get a day set up for that when we'll do that on and off. So I'll let everybody know which Friday night that'll be. It's coming up. Big secret.
Awesome. Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, no hurry, but we'll be here for that. Well, there's no rush. I'm interested in. Then
go to
whenever
classes
you get it going.
and then drag your class into your character sheet.
Yeah, but I don't see anything when I show class. Dang it.
Okay, so no, you're trying to figure out how to level yourself. No, okay. So Varus,
I have a bunch of books that aren't open up. I bet.
Yeah, you need to open up your books. I'll get Thandrick, Varus. Hey, level yourself up, your character.
Okay, I'm just gonna do it next week.
Okay, fine. Cool. Yep. Just yell at me and I'll get it up early for you.
It's 1 a.m. for me here.
Yeah. So anyway, go hit the sack, my friend. I appreciate you hanging on, and they're rushing to find your character. So hopefully, maybe in the next session or two, they might find you.
Whoops.
Yeah, I think rushing is a bit strong, but yeah, you definitely got our eyes open.
Yeah. All right, man. Go get some sleep, dude. We'll see you next Thursday. All right, man. All right.
Okay, thank you.
See ya. Bye.
Take care, Varus.
Yeah. All right. I'll take care. I'll see if I'm gonna see if gamers in and out. Hopefully, he may have just lost interest. He may have not gelled right with it, but that's okay. Kaz, Jack, you just jumped off. Are you done then?
Yeah, I'm gonna take off. So,
Okay, man.
Have a good evening, guys.
Yep.
See you guys next week.
We'll see you
later.
Take man.
Good gaming with you.
Yep, good game. Be safe.
All right, 34.
I'm gonna have to look this over because I get a 4th level slot if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, I get a fourth. I get 1 4th level slot, so I'm guessing you do.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to look those over because if you only get one, you better pick a goodie.
You talking about a spell? You mean?
I get a 4th level spell slot. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you could choose, and then you can change it again. Well, with clerics, can't you change
I know them all, but I can only prepare one for the day.
Yeah, that's right. That's correct.
Yeah. So I'll have to. If we're gonna dive down this hole, I want a good one. So I'll have to take a look.
Fine. Go ahead, or if you want, you can do it now, or I can bring it up next week. Beforehand. So.
If you don't mind being on,
I'm not going anywhere.
Week,
read up on what you do. Then just I'll as long as something doesn't come with work wise, but I can bring it up even an hour early and have it loaded.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Okay.
I want to look it over.
Okay.
I added my hit points. I think I'm up to early 50s now. So.
I'm at 44.
Are you really?
Yeah.
What's your con?
My con is 15.
Holy shit! Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no wonder.
All right. Well, I'm gonna. You guys hold on. So I'm gonna say bye to everybody.
Before you go.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Would you be opposed to me recommuning with my totem animal and changing it, because the one I have, there's a better one and I chose that because we didn't have a lot of melee, but it would be better if I could change it, if that makes any sense.
Is it an issue to change the path of is it aspect of the beast you're talking about?
Yeah, or it's the path of the totem warrior. The one I chose was the bear, the first one. You have resistance to all damage except physical damage. I would like to change that out if it depends if we're going to keep Thandrick, really. But I want to change it to the wolf, which is while you're raging, your friends have advantage on melee attacks against hostile creatures within 5 feet of you. But if not, then it's not a big deal.
Should make you go with the tiger since you're the werecat.
Is there a tiger?
Yeah, go to the aspect, go all the way down the bottom. You don't get much.
That's right. They put in the. I'm used to only having the, and that's the other thing is they made they expanded it, so now there's the elk and the tiger. And
Yeah, it's all down to the bottom there. Yeah, you got the tiger. You get some proficiency skills. That's all. So, but.
Wait, the tiger is only proficiency?
It's it's jumping and
you get it just basically you get proficiency in 2 skills that they may not have, and it just hones your spirits. But I'm sure there's something else that comes along with it. But but since he's a cat, I was just he should just use that. So, but it's up to him,
Yeah, and I also wouldn't mind, like you were saying a little bit earlier, doing something with my curse.
Yeah, we need to work on that more than I prefer that you work more. We look at that than changing your totem spirit. Because the spirit, if I were to change it, I'd make you change it to the tiger, just because of being the cat deal, because it would take over more than anything else. And so if you want to change it, I'll let you go that route. But if not, then we're just going to work on the cat stuff because you haven't used it in a while. So,
okay,
your call. So,
yeah, that's fine. I definitely would like to do the working on the curse, trying to get control of it.
Yeah, we haven't done that at all. So, which is everything was going on. And you'd stepped off for a while, so it was kind of, we had to kind of set it to the side. Yeah.
It's kind of not an issue.
Yeah. All righty. Anybody else got any questions? Or are we good there?
Oh, I'm just looking at all my cool spells.
Let me. I'm gonna cut. You guys hold on. I'm gonna cut the stream. We'll say bye to everybody that's watching. I think we probably lost everybody, but we'll, like I said, Saturday night. We'll see everybody then.
Thanks,
and take care. Thanks for watching.
Thanks
we'll see
much.
you.
See ya.